Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to just look at some graphs of quadratic equations. We're going to use our good friend desmos.com/calculator and see what the graph looks like and point out a couple things with it. See, y equals x squared plus 10x plus 16. This is standard form of a quadratic equation. And here we are on Desmos. Here are all the examples we're going to look at. Let's look at this first one. Y equals x squared plus 10x plus 16. Here's the graph. Notice parabolas have this bowl shape. Perhaps that's why they call it a parabola. Down here at the lowest, since this opens up, this has a minimum. It's at -5, -9. X-intercepts at -8 and -2. And then the parabola extends up indefinitely. And that's a parabola quadratic equation in standard form. Let's look at another one. Now this isn't in standard form, this is in factored form. X minus 4, x plus 2. Let's look at that. Here it is, opens up again. Here's the vertex, is down here at 1, -9. And it has x-intercepts of -2 and 4. Notice those are the opposite of what we see in Desmos here. We see the -4, but the x-intercepts at +4, and that's because if we were to plug a 4 in for x here, it would make the whole function equal 0, which is of course the y value at that point, 4, 0. Notice over here at -2, if I put -2 in for x, that would make the entire equation 0, which is the y coordinate of the x-intercept. Alright, let's look at another one here. This one is -5x squared minus 2. Let's see how Desmos graphs this for us. -5x minus 2. Now it's opening down. The reason for that is this negative sign in front of the quadratic term. The term next to the x squared has a negative, so it's opening down. It has a y-intercept of 0, -2. Notice that's this number here. Because if we plug in a 0 for x, it would equal -2. We don't have x-intercepts, but if you wanted to, you could find some other points on the graph. -1, -7, +1, -7. Let's look at another one. 2x squared plus 24x plus 70, another quadratic in standard form. Here we are right here, and this opens up, and that is because the term in front of the x squared is a positive term. We have a vertex of -6, -2. X-intercepts at -7 and -5. Last one, we have what's called vertex form. Vertex form is this, x minus h quantity squared plus k, where the vertex is hk. That means the vertex is -2, 4. Notice the 4 is the y coordinate, same sign. The 2 is the x coordinate, but it's the opposite of what we see. We see +2 in the equation, -2 as the vertex. Also, we're going to find out, as I look at the graph, this opens up. It's upward facing parabola, and that's because of the positive term here. When it opens up, we have a low value, so therefore it's a minimum. Let's look over at Desmos and see how that graphs. There we are. There's our vertex, -2, 4. No x-intercepts, but we have another point here. Here's a y-intercept at 8. And then another point here, if you need to define it, graphing by hand, -4 and +8. There we go. All right, appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Hope this helped.